Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. This is LanceThePI. Federal agents have landed in California. They're headed to San Francisco. Trump is getting what he said he was gonna do. It looks like they're gonna do it. So hold on. Let me upload a thumbnail here real quick and do a few administrative things here. So it looks like it's going on, folks. It looks like it's going on. Federal agents in the Bay Area. Federal agents in the Bay Area. They're at the Alameda Coast Guard Station. They're at the Alameda Coast Guard Station right now. And that they're probably going to use that as their base because they can get in and out and then transfer out right around there. Mr. Nemeth, welcome in, everybody. And we're listening to the Fires channel and we're listening to the SAC PD channel too, just because their sheriff's department, I can't get any transactions on there at all. But we can't play what they're doing because there's music. The protesters are playing their little music, so we can't really listen to what they're doing. I can, but I can't let the music play for you guys. Yeah, they got music playing, but this is a reporter here that looks like she's getting ready to give an interview or something like that. But I'm going to show you. This is the base right here. This is the Coast Guard base where they're at, right there by Oakland. And so you can see where my cursor is. That's the base that they're at. And then we've got it on flight radar also of the base as well. It doesn't look like there's any helicopter, any kind of plane traffic or anything like that going over the base. So welcome in, everybody. Let me send this email out to everybody. Let them know we are live. Hold on, give me a few minutes. Let's see, copy. But based on what they were saying, they had a little scrimmage early on. Yeah, they had a little scrimmage early on. Okay. You think he's going to need more than 100 troops? Yeah, San Francisco is you going to need more than 100. Yep.
242 time element with injuries, 1405 Grand Avenue. Fires responding again for male saying he was assaulted. Has been very aggressive with fire, and they won't respond unless PD is out there.
Look at that fire department. They done got assaulted before, and they ain't going to Grand Avenue. Especially with somebody who has already been aggressive towards them. They're not doing that. All right, let me get this on the email list here. Select all. Boom. Get rid of that.
Sending 952 2748 Patent Drive, Unit 368.
Get the link.
1A.
Copy the link. Hey, Mary, welcome in. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Save and exit. So we are here in Sacramento, but we're monitoring what's going on in the Bay Area, right? We're monitoring it from several different sources. Trying to keep you in the mix, folks. Trying to keep you guys in the mix. Yep. Morning, everybody. Morning. This is what it is. Look at them. Does that say U.S. Coast Guard? Because I think they had the U.S. Coast Guard police out there earlier. Yeah, I think they had the U.S. Coast Guard police out there. Thank you for all those likes, everybody. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. So let's share the live as well. Everybody share it out. Share it out so we can get more people watching. But this is at the in the Bay Area. They're at the U.S. Coast Guard base. They're at the U.S. Coast Guard base. Let's see, is anything going over here? Nope. Yeah, they're at the U.S. Coast Guard base in the Bay Area.
dispo on that 242.
This has 2294 for a B3 welfare check at Brown and Permit. LED for a subject on the south side of Brown Road, just west of Permit. Currently laying on the
So you can
sidewalk.
see they got the police there. They were trying to send the fire department in there. We heard it on the scanner because we're listening to the fire department scanner, but they said it was kind of unsafe. Okay. So she's right back. Let's see if it's back on over here. Let me see if we can hear what she's saying. Yeah, it's just all music. They're playing music, folks, so we aren't going to be able to play what they're doing at all. But you see them jamming. Look at the protesters. Look. Here comes the fire department. See, the fire department's coming in to get somebody. Somebody must have got injured. I don't know if it's a protester or what, but they're bringing the fire department in with their gurney. Yeah, they're bringing the fire department in with their gurney, and you got the police over there directing them over towards them. Yeah, they got the police over there directing them towards them. So somebody's injured up in there. Yep, somebody is injured. Alameda Fire. That's the channel we're listening to on the scanner. Alameda Fire. USCG, that's the U.S. Coast Guard Police, I guess. They got their own police force.
We can cancel.
You said you bet Gavin Newsom is so pissed he's punching the air he can't stop. You right about that. But that's your new president. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Gavin Newsom's going to be the next president. Put a 2 if you think he's not. Put a 1 if you think he's going to be president. Put a 2 if you think he's not. Let's check this other stream. See, there it is right there. You can see the gurney. This is the other side right here. This is the other side of it. Can we turn on closed captions so you can see? No. I can't turn it on. Because the way I have the screen set up, you wouldn't be able to see it because it would appear in a different angle. Yeah, but you can see there somebody's injured in that truck right there. I don't know if that's a protester or the police or who. We got some 1s and some 2s. 1s and some 2s. Let me add a poll. Let me see if I can add a poll.
Check. Bravo 11, Bravo 18, you can cook for it. 11, copy 99.
How you spell it? N-E-W-S-O-M-E? There we go. Let me do a poll here. It's cool being able to stream from the house. It's cool. Let's see. Let's start a poll. Here you go. Let's see what you guys vote on this one. Deport 55 million conspiracy bear. All right, let's see the other angle. This is the other side over here. Let's see. Are they playing music still? Yep, they're playing the liberal music over here. They're playing that liberal music. What did he just post?
Attention engine 44, heart pain, Valhalla Mobile Home Park, 3901 Lake Road, cross of Nari Drive, message is G George 16, in space 15.
Conspiracy bear, let's see. 95% of y'all said no. He ain't gonna be the president. Why not? JD Vance and Tommy Boy. Okay, who is that? Somebody's injured. They're getting hauled away. Oops. Somebody's injured. Somebody's injured. Let's see the other stream got them coming out. Nope. Let's see. Yep, there they go. Alameda Fire. Alameda Fire. Right there. They are injured, getting hauled away, folks. Injured, getting hauled away. Okay, 92% now. 92%. It don't look like he's a law enforcement. Does it? Does it look like he's law enforcement?
Engine 108, Medicaid 106, Medical 8, District 109, 6230, Paddingford Way, Engine 10.
Yeah, those gurneys nowadays, they drive themselves. Literally. They drive themselves.
Engine 50, Medic 50, Medical 8.
But let's check flight radar to see if we got anything going on. No, we nothing going on flight radar.
Engine 50, Medic 50,
A
Operations A3.
little further south, there's the international airport right there. But that's the Air Force or the Coast Guard base, and there's another map of it right there. All right, so fire. They were staging because they couldn't get in there because of all the people. They're not very comfortable still. Okay, just maybe hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Time you marked CPR in progress.
CPR in progress. Oh, that's West Sac. That's West Sac. Because they weren't doing CPR on that guy.
41 copy.
All right, fire's leaving. Fire's leaving. Let's see. 2468. Who do we appreciate? That's what they're saying right now. Let's check Twitter. See if we got any good Twitter feeds going on here. Hold on. Let's see if anybody's saying anything on Twitter. Let's go to my different account. I got too many dang Twitter accounts here. Let's check Explorer. Let's show trending. Nope. Let's see here. Alameda. All right, what's going on out here? What are they watching? Are they getting pushed back or something? Who is this person? What's she saying? What's her sign say? Who is this guy? He's got a Trump hat on or something. They coming after him?
Medical 8, District 4, 24th Street and K Street, Medic 4, Truck 2, Operation B3.
Look at this. There's a Trump supporter in the middle of all of that. I ain't that brave. I'm not that brave. Boy, would you guys go out there wearing your Trump hat? Would you go out there wearing your Trump hat by yourself? 45, 47. Let's see what he's saying. Let me see his. Hopefully there's no music. Yeah, we can't play because there's music playing. They're asking him, what's his message? Look at it. Look. Look at all these people with masks. They scared to show their identity. They scared to show their identity. Yeah, I can't play it because it's got music. Can you guys hear me okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Let's see, is it over here? Nope.
Gonna be just prior to the work area.
They're saying no hate, no fear. Fascists are not welcome here. No hate, no fear. That's what they're saying. Fascists are not welcome here. Yeah, I wish there was a way you could play it. I can't because of the music. No fate, no fear. Fascists are not welcome here. Who's this dude with the bicycle helmet and the mask right behind him? He looked like he ready to pounce. Don't fall for the false equivalencies. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Last of Tom, Adam, David, Ocean, King,
Huh?
Ocean, first of Charles Henry, Ocean, Nora, George, 42183, my ex.
Copy.
All right, here's that another scene right there.
The trespasser.
We got the Coast Guard base. This is taking place at the Coast Guard base in Alameda, right out of Oakland. And let's see, there's no planes flying over top of it or anything. No helicopters. What's this helicopter? Why does that show us a plane? A private plane. Okay.
Engine 2, medic 615, medical 8.
Look, we got somebody sitting in the road. Look at this fool sitting in the road. You can't see it. Hold up.
2, medic 615, operation B3.
Look at this fool sitting in the road. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Why you sitting in the road? Yeah, why you sitting in the road? What you gonna stop?
35, 6 person. Attention, 45, 6 person. Seguida West Sacramento 3450.
They probably over there I bet you he's crying too. I bet you they're crying. I bet you he's crying. Such and such.
Personal chalk is clear, also subs to the unknown local. Correction to
The
number
green line there.
yeah,
Yep.
$27.
Look, they got their lawn chairs. They ready for a protest. Hey, Dennis B., welcome in. Welcome in. We are watching the federal agents in the Bay Area. They are at the Coast Guard base in Alameda County. That's probably going to be their staging area. And so they've got the Coast Guard police there. They've had somebody was hauled off in an ambulance. And they had a Trump supporter over there with his red hat giving a little speech, and they were chanting around him, and all the little guys wearing all black with the masks and stuff and the hats, they was around him too. Yeah, sitting in the road is ridiculous. Can't cross the line and you'll get arrested. Yep. Sure will. Let's see the other sign here.
Industrial Boulevard, across the Parkway Boulevard. Update is F-Bank 16 and Suite 100 for 78-year-old female. Still in week, refusing dialysis.
Hold on, let's try to listen to it.
They shouldn't, and if so, they need to be, turned loose. You can't just hold them. But it's complicated. This last 4 years, it was just the reason, I bet everyone here has a front door, and I bet everyone here locks it. When they left to come here on their cars and houses, they lock those front doors because they get to figure out who comes in and who doesn't. And if someone knocks on the door and they say, hey, I don't really know if you're welcome, you gotta have some kind of check and balance.
Yes, for democracy. Everyone is welcome here. Even MAGA.
East Bay.
East Bay? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have, like, other side of the tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay. So you saw this happening and you decided to come out?
I was just driving by. I was on the way to somewhere and I thought, what's the heck's going on? So I thought I'd just come out and just check it out.
Do you mind telling us your name?
Not with these guys.
Even your first name?
Not with these guys.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, why you here for?
Anyway.
Why you here?
All right, thanks.
Why you here? Why you here?
All right.
Oh, don't turn it off. I'm so used to doing that to say.
There he was. Did you guys hear him?
Like, were you like in the 1960s, like Woodstock and everything?
No, I didn't go to Woodstock.
All right, we're going to turn it off. They're getting ready to start chanting again. They doing their little protester chants. That's right, K9. This is his country. Look at this. Abolish. Hold on. Let me get my... Boom. Get back over here. All right. Hey, Ricky, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, who's paid to be there? Let's look and see which one are the paid protesters and which ones are Antifa. Which ones you think are Antifa, folks? Four quarters, welcome in. For those just joining, this is a protest of the federal agents who've been deployed to California. They are at the Alameda Coast Guard base right now. WICMO, I understand what you're talking about exactly. They wouldn't do that in the Bay, in rural parts of the country. Nope. These are your neighbors and fellow citizens, not Antifa? Okay. So there's no Antifa out there? No Antifa? Does anybody recognize anybody out there? You see a lot of CT embers in here? What is a CT ember? Nancy, what is a CT ember? Explain it to us. All right, let's check the flight radar, see if anything is going on. Nope, let's refresh it. Go back here. All right, let's see. This one's 40. Let's see. You want it live? All right, I guess not. All right, so let's see. That's gone. Let's see. We're gonna stick with this one now. Let's see.
Hey, Kevin, can you hear me? Control? Kevin? Is it lock armor?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, can you see if everything is still rolling on me? Yeah, I will. Let me know.
Okay, there's the just back up. Flight radar is back up. We can see it again.
I would call them my phone's usually for IFB.
I have a.
I remember Saturday, we'll be on the water at 8 o'clock.
That night?
We'll be on the water around the island.
at 8 in the morning on Saturday. On Saturday? Like right here or? Oh, like boats? In boats.
Oh, you gotta go
Oh, okay. Okay.
Allie, you want to talk to Batman? See Batman? Over here. Batman?
All right, folks, this is the protest. This is the protest right here. Let's see what she's talking about. But it's over. Okay, we have a helicopter overhead now. Let's see what kind of helicopter it is. It says not a Bell. It's a Bell helicopter. It's at 500 feet. It's flying overhead right now.
Car coming!
Incoming car!
Is that a police helicopter of some kind?
You've been wonderful.
But you can see the trajectory of it. It's flying circles now over the protest. Is that a news helicopter? What kind of helicopter is that, folks? It's a Bell long range. It's at 500 feet.
Well, things are pretty calm. Yeah, things were pretty calm, Sal, just about a couple of minutes ago, and then we could hear some people kind of yelling. There was a pickup truck that was making its way towards the crowd and the people protesting here, and then I could hear what sounded like a couple people trying to physically stop the truck very slowly, driving very slowly, stop it from continuing on, and the person said something about ICE, and maybe that person who was trying to stop it believed that there was an ICE agent inside or someone with immigration, federal immigration. So that's when a bunch of people kind of ran over to try and stop the truck, and then the truck kind of turned around.
It's right
so
there.
it's
The red truck
still
just
on
pulled
the
over.
other side of the street, and it's parked in the different direction. There's some people kind of talking and walking around.
Buckeyes,
that
you're not catching
vehicle. I'm
shit.
gonna walk a little closer,
Okay, you got people over there. Listen.
and it looks like
All right, the music's coming on. We got to turn it off. But they're looking at that red truck. They're looking at that red truck thinking it's got something to do with ICE in it or something. ICE agent or something.
clearly a Customs and Border Patrol.
Yeah, they got music playing, folks. Look, they blocking the road right there. They got a car blocking the road. All right, let's see what this helicopter's still circling overhead. Yep, the helicopter's still overhead, folks. It's still overhead. There's its route right there. Can I click the route? And where did it start? What's down here? Hayward Executive Airport. Okay, so it started at Hayward Executive Airport, flew up, and now let's show you. See, here's Hayward Executive Airport. That's where it started. And it flew up over here to where the people are protesting. Yeah, where the people are protesting. Let's see here. Audio input. And so let's turn it down, and I can listen to it. How things go hour to hour. They're playing music. All right. Okay, so about an hour ago, protesters clashed with a convoy of CBP U.S. Border Patrol agents arriving at the Coast Guard as a part of a ongoing immigration crackdown. Let's open that up. Let's see, is this other stream back up yet? Nope, not yet. Let's check out the helicopter, see if it's still circling overhead. It's still circling overhead, folks. It's still circling overhead. Who do you think that helicopter is? Who do you think that helicopter is? Yep. Guess it's a news helicopter? Okay. I'm just going through the chats now, folks. I wasn't looking at it at all. Nancy Miller is proud to be Antifa. Okay. Good for you. Lady Fire, hang on and saddle up. That's right. Let's see, anything going on out here? Somebody said, Nancy says, you really think they're paid? I know for a fact they're paid. I've been to these protests before and talked to the people who were from out of town who were paid money to come to Sacramento, and they bussed them and they fed them and they had catered food and it was all organized, and the food was good because they gave me some. I got to go through the line and get some free food because they had that shit catered. So I know they're paid. They said they got $100 or $200 to come to Sacramento to protest. So this is paid. They got buses down the road somewhere. Look at this fool putting his hands up there. It's a news helicopter that's leased by CBS joint. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. See if it's still doing. See if it's still up there. Yeah, it's flying off now. Where's it going? I wonder if they got still CBS. You said it's CBS. Let's see if we can find them. They got any footage? Hold on. Let me see. Check him out. The clown. He's dancing. Dun, 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 dun. See, you can be anything you want to be. You want to be a clown, you can be a clown. Check out the company called Crowdsource. Is Rent a Protester? I believe you, yeah. You will believe me loosely. You can believe me tightly, loosely. It don't matter. I know for a fact because I was there. I was there. I'm full of crap there, Joe. Okay. Nancy, you just have to talk to some of the people that are getting off and on the buses that show up to the protest. Then they'll tell you where you go. Because if you're protesting locally, it's probably not paid. You gotta, they're bringing people in. We have a clown in the White House. And we just had one too before that. He wasn't a clown. He was like a zombie. What was that movie where the person had died and the people was like holding his arms and making move? That's what we had in the White House.
Was female Hispanic, 25 years old, 5'5", medium build, with a white sweatshirt.
Let's see if it's still up there. Oh, it's headed off now. It's going somewhere else now.
735 Progress Approach, B2, 355 El Camino Avenue, apartment 2.
Okay, we got the other stream back. Let's go. Check it out. They dancing. Dun, 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 1,000 kisses from you. Da, 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 da. Am I singing it right? Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, we had Weekend at Bernie's before Trump got in there. So what you talking about? Nancy, he's not a felon. He's innocent. You said bring in the National Guard to Oakland? Multiply. What song is that? Dun, 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 dun. That's the song they're playing now. I gotta send it out differently. All right, let's see. Check it out here. He's a felon. Okay. So if he is, does it make a difference? Does it make a difference? You have to send the military to Oakland? We'll see. They're in the Bay Area. Looks like the disorganized birds walking around for food. Okay. My contact info in here. Don't look like it makes a difference to me. Check him out. Look at this. He got his little bird sign on. What's that? Denison Street. They're on Denison Street. Where is Denison Street? Let's see. Let's zoom in. Let's see if we can find Denison Street on the map here. I can't find it. Where's Denison Street on this map? Oh, I'm up here looking at the wrong dang thing. Is it right here? Embarcadero. Look at Batman. Look at Batman. Oh. See, you can be whatever you want to be in life. Literally. They got trucks blocking the road and everything. You can't get through, buddy. Antifa gonna get you. Don't try to come in there. Antifa gonna get you. Who cares about their dress? That's the problem. You don't care. You good with people wearing orange hair, all that other crap? You know what I'm saying? See through this and that. No, that's the problem. Okay, so now they're up over the freeway here. The lady boss, you're right. You couldn't go to another country and act like this and ask for a bunch of free stuff. Uh-oh, look at that. There's the blue line. There's the blue line, the Coast Guard police. Look, y'all ain't going up by them. Go up by them, folks, if y'all brave. Yeah, you got the right to protest. You can do that. You know, it's just if you're not paid, it's not a problem. Coast Guard Island. Coast Guard Island. There it is. Oh, check it out. They got a brother up there. Look at him. Snap your headgear on, soldier. Snap your headgear on. Crypto, they're in the military. And they got different rules in the military. Lady boss, you right, but it's funny. I like Nancy keep commenting because this is helping the algorithm push me out. Yep, keep commenting. Say ah. That's the song that's playing. All right, it's coming back. It looks like it's coming back now. It's coming back to overhead. my thing blurry?
Bravo 22 and Bravo 23 to start for 952 at 87 El Camino Avenue. The 911 hang up. Mel gave the address and then disconnected.
All right, folks, I'll be right back.
No history with the phone number. The 952 87 El Camino Avenue 2B. Deputy Tony. William Union 588. It's a gray Infinity with unknown full license.
Family that from Port of Avila, plate 9, Nora, Ocean Lover, 639.
29 truck 28 commercial 5655 Jarvis, crossing Newark, Catherine.
I'm back. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I'm LanceThePI, Sacramento's #1 live streamer. What we normally do is listen to the police scanner here in Sacramento. When a good call comes in, we respond to the scene. But I'm implementing this new thing where we're going to go live when there's events happening in the United States. This here is a protest of the Trump is sending the troops, the Border Patrol, the ICE agents to California. He got approval from the courts. They tried to block it. They're here. They're at the Alameda U.S. Coast Guard base. They had a scrimmage earlier on when the ICE agents arrived, and somebody got hauled off in an ambulance. I don't know what their involvement was, but they got hauled off in an ambulance. So we're just watching these protesters doing their First Amendment right of protesting, and it's peaceful. So there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with this. They are blocking off a few little roads here and there, but look at the troops. Look at the troops. They're ready. Ain't nobody going up there.
Anatolia and Chrysanthemum, 9 Mary, Union Frank, 314. It's a white Sienna van with one open.
Turn my heater on. It's cold in the back cave. There's no more fire calls?
Sunrise, Chrysanthemum, 8 Sam, Boy Charles, 672, Black Honda, 1 left.
We got Alameda County Fire on. We got the Sacramento Police scanner on.
Engine 60, internal alarm commercial.
Dun-dun-dun. They got another song playing. Outstanding.
Teaser Boulevard, engine 60.
That's the next
operation
sign.
3.
Exciting. You make me want to shout. Thanks for the covering this event, even if we may not agree. He was in a car accident and a man couldn't get to the other side of the street. He had jammed the neck. It looked like, according to the news. Okay, Crypto. Hey, you know what? That's my thing. I don't agree with you on everything. You don't got to agree with me on everything. My problem is when people, they try to cancel you when they don't agree. They be like, "Oh, you support the orange guy? Oh, I can't follow you no more." It's like, what difference does it make who I support?
Truck 65,
You know, that you're going to not follow me no more? Okay, well, bye. You don't like this kind of content? You know, okay, you don't have to be here. Wait till tonight? Yep. Yeah, I'm going out tonight, yeah. It might be earlier tonight, but yeah, I'm going out tonight, yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's check this other stream.
Units could be clear for school. 5-2 has one resisting additional.
Somebody's got one resisting arrest. Look at this. Look at that American flag upside down. What does that mean? That you've been taken over?
5-5 skinny build, black sweatshirt, black pants.
That you've been taken over? You better watch it, buddy. They're going to make a law about you having it upside down. You go to jail. You can't burn them no more.
Copy. 4-3 and 4-6 are following him on foot.
It says, too bad we need to know what side of the political spectrum we see before we can denounce clear moral wrongs today. You know, because I've got relatives that I unfollow. Because they just, literally, it just gets on my nerves. You can't even go around them. It's just derangement syndrome. It's like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? That means this country, look at, he's got his American flag right there.
Copy, resume 10-53 hours.
Let's see, flight radar timed out. Let's refresh it. Let's zoom out of here. Okay, this is the Alameda map of the Coast Guard base right here. This is where they're supposed to be at.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, we're working on the information for the 602. We got to hold the owner. She advised that the gentleman here can sign on her behalf.
We got a plane flying over. What's up with this plane here? It's a Cessna, 1,500 feet. Are you able to fly over a Coast Guard base?
Engine 72, Medic 77, Medical Aid Level 2, District 72.
They don't trip about you flying over what's going on the ground right here?
Engine 72, Medic 77,
What are they doing?
3.
Burning the flag was ruled freedom of speech by the Supreme Court. Oh, okay. Well, then you burn it then. Sounds like arson to me.
4-6 for rapid deploy. She's not
Can you burn trash in the middle of the street? Sounds like arson. Unlawful burning. You gotta have a permit. You can't just start a fire.
Mountain 12, 981.
We're good. Can you clear my call?
Oh, they're okay. They're drawing.
With,
Okay, with their chalk. They're making their little things on the ground with chalk. Okay, that's what is going on.
And confirming is the Ripple for you or manager.
You're gonna go buy king crab with your EBT? You selling any EBT? You selling any stamps? Uh,
Future.
and burn the flag? Okay.
Subject was threatening this sister with at the location with him. We're trying to get additional info from fire. Champion company. Meet sister.
Lincoln 6 to a copy. We can have all prior to recognition.
Somebody's screaming. Somebody's screaming. Is my camera blurry? Look, they got the road blocked. You ain't coming down that road. Like a baby with the chalk. Too funny. Okay. Look at the clown. They was doing the juggling acts earlier. That clown was standing on somebody's shoulders and they was doing juggling acts. Mos Def, they probably are. I don't know. They probably are. But you know, San Francisco is so left wing, you know, they'll come out there with, you know, to do this kind of stuff on their own, no doubt.
Continue at student by number 9800595570. Should be last of Martinez, first of Miguel. Might be on probation. If so, can I have his probation officer's contact information?
Hey, Brett, welcome in. Look at them drawing their paint. They're using their chalk. So, okay, that's a barrier here they set up.
Medicaid 54, Medical Aid, District 102, 3535, Car Party Avenue number 238, Squad 1.
U.S. Coast Guard
Medicaid
installation.
54, Operations A2.
Look, they're moving trash cans to block the road. Millions came out last Saturday. Okay.
Bravo 54, Bravo 59 to start for 927 in progress. 4889 Bandolin Way and 5B. We have a resident landline advising there's a male knocking on the back door of the caller's residence, and the caller told him to go away, and the person said, please help me.
Here it is, over here, somewhere on this spot right here is the Coast Guard base. Don't know which one, where it is exactly. Does anybody know exactly where it's at? Geez, they playing the beats. Why is my thing not look clear?
He said no and seemed scared. Male Asian, 25 to 29, or Hispanic. He's 6 foot, medium build, wearing a white shirt.
Check it out. This is what they playing now.
He must have climbed over the fence to get
Name that song.
And now the caller's saying they don't see him.
Am I going to the protest? No, I'm not going down there. If they come to Sacramento, I will. Name that song. It's still kind of blurry. Yeah, I can't fool with it. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not focusing right. Oh, well, I'm just going to be blurry today. Okay, they jamming with the music. There you go. Freckle Girl got it. I hope that don't give me a copyright because I only played just a second of it. We're going to have named that tune. That's what we're going to do. All right, are you guys all subscribed? Are you guys all subscribed?
Do we have any history with the landlock?
That's Oakland leading into Alameda. Trump put a hold on sending troops. Diane, it's too late. They're there.
24 5655 Hillsdale Boulevard number 18.
It's too late. They're already there.
Operations A2.
Are you okay with code 4ing Bravo 34 on proximity? Is that for the DB call? Hey, firm. Bike 1 and Bike 7 are en route. Yeah, that's fine.
Is there anything else going on X?
The route 1016R Robert Street.
Okay, here we go, folks. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen. The 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals on Wednesday denied Governor Gavin Newsom's request for a rehearing affirming President Donald Trump's authority to federalize up to 4,000 California National Guard members to aid immigration and customs enforcement operations in sanctuary cities like San Francisco. Is the crickets? Crickets. Did y'all hear that? Where's the crickets?
I copy Troy Creekany.
The crickets are chirping. All right, we can't go there because they got a different stream up.
Truck 2, Engine 1, Internal Alarm Commercial, District 2, 1820, Capitol Avenue, DC 1, Engine 2, Truck 2, Engine 1, Operations 86.
We got one detained.
Okay, that stream is over.
I copy, one
Okay.
detained.
Video 1, Spectre 7. Outbound 12 to 9. Cooperative, no fare refusal, city board. Trade 5 LRV 206.
All right, we just got one stream available, folks.
Are there any mobile units for Inspector?
So what y'all say about that? What you got to say about that?
11. You can be in the south area and give us track access inbound before. Video 1, Spectre 7, we're outbound.
You just text me. Hold on, let me look.
We're at Open Eye outbound.
25 are available. Can't play fire.
Okay, 11, I copy, understood. We'll start that way since we're done out down here in the south area.
Video 1 copies correction as well.
31, we'll catch you in the response. 11, over this. 11, I copy, thanks, guys.
We're on a copy, so I'll train 5 what I've once been.
Spectre 7, copy.
You want me to call you right now, Dennis, or can it wait?
Golden access granted.
All right, folks, hold on. Give me a minute. I got to call somebody real quick.
Mission units will be going back to 2-channel operations south and patching to channel 3 and 4. I copy 1015 with 1 at 11:07 hours.
Bravo 26, Beaumont Inland passes. Bravo 26, air's yours.
Hold on, let me do it. Because I'm on flight radar. I mean, flight tracker 24. So you say go to the bottom of it?
Copy, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so hit the hybrid. Okay.
And 506, if they don't have a PAS over there already, can somebody with a PAS start that way, please?
Okay, cool. Got you.
Copy. Is there a unit that can advise?
Yep, thank you.
has
I'm doing it now. Bye.
And the 5 when you can start.
Copy.
Let's see here. Where's the base? Dennison Street. That's Webster.
Okay.
4-5.
4-5, go ahead.
I'll be en route to Juvenile Hall with 1 male. Mileage is 14103.
Copy. Bravo 48, I'm making a follow-up for HOJ if that is the meeting of the change.
Kyle said that he was paid to go protest. Okay. Let me throw back here and fool with it again. Let's see. How do you zoom out? I don't want to join. I want to zoom out.
171, medical aid code 2, District 78, 9090, Union Parkway, Squad 71, Operations A3. Engine 32, medical aid, District 32, 8810, Madison Avenue, Engine 32, Operations A2.
Crab Cove says that Coast Guard station is just north of the runways.
Ranger 66, go ahead.
Could you start us code 3 fire to my 925? We got a black mellow doll. He's down, unresponsive, possible OD.
Hold on, let me try something. Let me put you over here. And let me pull that off.
And Narcan has been administered.
If I make it big, okay, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out.
Left hand check.
It's the little island.
Ranger 17, negative copy.
Second Narcan administered.
Yeah, it's currently out of the pool. Usually comes to the pool around lunchtime, 13:20.
73 copy.
Zero 03, Medic 17, medical aid level 2, District 103, Longview Drive and Wood Avenue, Engine 103, Medic 17, Operations A2.
In the channel. The little island in the channel. Oh, right here. Okay. It's right here. There it is. Okay, I think I got it now, folks. I think I got it. Back again.
Do we know if this was reported today or if this was held on to for 6 days?
All right, so this must be that bridge that they're on right there. That must be the bridge they're on blocking.
Have the student's name. They figured out the name today.
Ranger 66, could you advise fire? We're going to be south of Longview on the west side of Watt. Maybe either that corner back.
There's a fire going on Watt and Longview.
South of Longview.
It runs right along 880. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yep, there it is, 880.
1016, R3, Medic 1, Engine 5, Operation D3.
Yeah, I just have to read you my screen to be able to zoom in. That's it. And zoom out, I should say.
Pilot off was Rockingham and White Rock, is that correct?
Rockingham and South White Rock.
Copy, thank you.
Engine 51 back 400, this is code 3 chest pain, 76-year-old female, room 304.
102. Okay, still next to the door, B4.
Alameda Fire is going up to chest pains on a female.
Negative copy.
Is it a wet spill or a dry spill?
It's a wet spill. Seems like it's water.
And we're going to check out this pole, in the pole.
Copy. One by Metro.
Let's see here. Okay, is Gavin Newsom going to be the next president? 81 of you said no. 81% said no.
A blue tank top and boxer shorts ran out of the house, was asking for help. We're still trying to get additional information.
See any planes or anything flying over?
18,
So they're here on a Denison.
Freeway Boulevard, Medic 618, Engine 18, Operation D2.
At the Coast Guard Bridge. Look, there's a plane flying over right now. You're right, Abby. You're right.
On a park check in Chavez.
Not 12 check.
Inspector 37, could you confirm the LRB number? Is it 402 or 202?
The LOV number is 102.
No copy, thank you.
Yeah, we go. Yeah, that's right. My mom showed me that before it was even on the news. She goes, "If I vote, and they're going to be able to see how I vote on this stupid ass thing," I was like, "Yep, they could throw that away." Yeah, they could throw that away, mess up everything. But for those just joining, this is in Alameda at the Coast Guard base. The Trump has sent the troops to California. Let me finish reading this article here. It says the Ninth Circuit upholds Trump federalization of California National Guard for ICE support. And it says over 100 federal agents arrived in the Bay Area on Thursday to bolster deportations and border security, sparking protests from the activists and prompting Newsom to threaten a new lawsuit if troops enter the city. San Francisco officials, including Mayor Diane Lurie, warned that the intervention could undermine the city's recent crime reduction and economic progress, which with homicides down 60% since 2022 and unemployment at 3.7%. Okay. I'm looking at it now. It says President Trump can now federalize California National Guard to support federal immigration efforts. Can't do nothing about it, buddy. You can keep crying.
Correction. Sam 2, are you okay with code 4 and Bravo 18 on proximity?
And then this is which Adam Schiff says. And I don't take it what he said. Here goes. Donald Trump's deployment of federal agents to San Francisco will not make the city safer or improve the quality of life of our residents. It will only serve to inflame tensions, which is tragically what the president seeks. That's what Donald Skiff says.
And then both him and I will be 906 on that 800 J Street Ball, please.
We are please advising for grandson for a verbal sister. Nothing physical. Grandson is versus Davion.
Yeah, you shifty shift. Yep. Shifty shift. Yep, they're blocking the road. They've got cars blocking the road. Oh, there's a little Barney up there. Can you see the little Barney? There's a little Barney over there. You can't really see him. There, look at the little Barney, the little pink elephant looking dude over there. Hey, Blue Dog, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're here in Alameda at the Coast Guard base watching what's going on with the protesters. But this is the Coast Guard base right here. And they are all set up over here. This is where they're set up for the protest.
Correctly, the female had a known object in the middle part of her shirt. The RP was able to continue walking on. The female was last seen near the officer's address.
But you can see they've got a U-Haul truck blocking, and they put the what is that? A dumpster in the road as well, and it's got some graffiti on there also. Got some, yeah, Batman is out there somewhere.
Medic 20, Medical Aid Level 2, District 20. 2503, Del Paso Boulevard, Medic 20, Operations A2.
Says people individual.
Checking.
Medic 30, Engine 30, Medical Aid, District 30. 11. Addis Court, Medic 30, Engine 30, Operations B2. Operations A3.
Franklin and UGB.
I copy you, please.
Hey, Victor. William Nora. 079. Black Dodge Charger. With on it.
I copy.
Just trying to see if something happened at Plaza and El Paso.
Okay, copy.
Our patient here is wearing a black puffy jacket, kind of brownish pants, male white, PH.
Boulevard on 7 King William George 327. The silver Nissan SUV with Pierce 2 on board.
Copy. Are you stable?
Yeah, April. Accurate location looks like it's going to be 4850 Thomas Boulevard. That's the apartment complex, but we'll be on the north end side of the corner.
Copy.
Road 26, sir.
Medic 4, Engine 1, Medical Aid Level 2, District 4, 1725, 28th Street, Medic 4, Engine 1.
Hey, was it Mel North Pastor Calf? Thank you. Appreciate your super chat. I appreciate that greatly. Let's see what else is going on in here. Let me look. I was looking at something. The like the mayor of Oakland is giving a speech, but it won't come in. It's not coming. It's like keeps buffering. Any reason to Cessna private plane air restrictions? Let's see. Is anybody overhead right now?
Internal alarm commercial, District 2.
Nope. Oh, nobody's overhead right now.
15th Street, PC1, Engine 2, Truck 2, Engine 14, Operations 8-6.
NBA betting ring. I heard about that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Drive, Engine 66.
We need troops in Del Paso Heights. Yep. ICE is inside the Navy base. It's a yep.
Internal alarm commercial, District 75, 2201, Longport Court, Engine 75, Operations A3.
Do they get the bricks in the U-Haul? No telling. No telling. Thank you for subscribing, Karma. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the support and everything everybody's given. I greatly appreciate it. Does somebody, what is this, a membership? Oh, Blue Dog sent some memberships. Thank you, Blue Dog, for the memberships. If you got a membership from Blue Dog, make sure you tell Blue Dog thank you.
You still on
Raphael, you have any evidence of that? Or are you just making stuff up?
Engine 58, medical aid code
You
2,
think the other guy had
68,
that as well?
4350, Sophistry Drive, engine 58, operations A3.
Hey, Jack Flash, welcome in. This is where the protest is taking place here. This is the Denison Street right here onto the Coast Guard base. So the Coast Guard police and everybody set up somewhere up in here to keep it. So they can't get on that base at all. You can't get on that base.
Having a mental breakdown and keeps exposing herself by pulling her pants down. Adult wearing an orange wig, liver by the top of the back hand. Stand by the top of the check.
Medic 2, engine 5, medical aid, district 2, 1100, 17th Street number 412, medic 2, engine 5, operations B3.
In progress at Walmart on Gerber.
Medic 62, medical aid code 2, district 66, 3133, Chintenham Drive, medic 62, operations A3.
Okay, folks, I'm just looking at some of the tweets, seeing what's going on. Yeah, they haven't sent any new cars to try to gain access to put more agents on that base at all in the past few hours. You get the conservative feeling here, Diane? What makes you think that?
10, medical aid, district 10, 1, Bluff Court number 6A, medic 10.
You gonna give it a 4.5 for the protest? Okay. There were more people earlier. I don't know if whoever the cameraman person is, they probably ain't want to move around or anything, but there was more people earlier. You see any planes or anything flying over? Nope.
Medic 625, vehicle accident, district 27, westbound Interstate 80 east of Antelope Road, medic 625, operations A2.
Bike 7, the biking is going to be at Department 527. Control copy.
Six form boy is fire clear to answer.
Taking code 4. Sorry about that.
I copy.
Somebody's hollering and screaming.
Attention, engine 45, physical tube ready.
Okay, 33 minutes ago, this is what was posted. It says the U.S. Coast Guard is supporting operations for U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents by providing a base in San Francisco to help efforts in tracking down immigrants who are in the United States illegally.
Engine 45, I copy your route. 40 physical reading. 2925 Ironwood Way, west of Linden Road. Pages C. Charles 22.
All right, what's going on? You got the Antifas coming up.
74-year-old female, breathing unconscious. He said he was 924 and Chelsea Vice First Street. The female.
Who's going on? What's this?
Sam unit to copy 8.
Look! Oh my goodness! What the heck, dude? You see that crap? You see that crap? Oh, F no. Dude. Arrest that freak.
Ask her if she needs help. She just ignores it.
He needs to be arrested. That an old man you gonna push around like that. See, and y'all talking about we're peaceful.
See what go for?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He need to be his ass whooped.
Riviera Drive, Medic 854, Engine 105, Operations A3.
Who did it? And he gonna run off. He gonna come up behind me and push me. You motherfucker. That's sad. That's sad. That's some punk crap.
Engine 76, Medic 76, Medical 8, District 51, Calvine Road and Power and Road, Engine 76, Medic 76, Operations A3.
White female in her 60s that's dancing in the roadway.
Is that him?
Out of the way for cars passing by.
Yeah, that's the guy right there. That's the guy right there. Cameraman, get on the ball, man. Come on, you got to do better. You need to be moving that camera around.
Engine 53, Medic 8, District 7, 7789, Long Range Way number 416, Engine 53, Operations D3. Squad 74, Medical Aid, District 75, 9552, Seacliff Way, Squad 74, Operations A3.
Bravo 59, attention please.
Bravo 59, go ahead.
9 Charles Lincoln Tom 029.
Main 53 boy with an update.
53, go ahead.
No change. She's still just walking around without talking, kind of ignoring us. She's not doing anything illegal, but I'm gonna give the husband a call, see if she has anything medically wrong with her.
Copy. He was also 924. He should be in a white work van or work truck.
Copy, thank you.
Measuring around as well. East Yellow, Fellowship, 910 Sacramento Avenue. Copy. Hey, what? Wait for a white adult with a blue sweatshirt and blue cuff pants. No wheelchair seating, refusing to leave.
One causing.
UPPD out here, posted.
Copy, Major.
Dispatching went through and 7 is on.
Copy.
No, the gray sweater, black mask, stroller, no fair. I kicked him off. He's probably waiting for the next one to come in.
High school. All that that's later.
Copy.
Engine 72, Medical Aid Code 2, District 72, 9924, Blue Loop in place, Engine 72, Operations A3.
Copy.
Can you make a CSI call for a photo?
Yeah, they got the camera on a tripod, and they over there probably talking to each other or something. They ain't paying attention to it.
26, I'll be around.
Control copies. Bravo 18, what's the call number?
Medic 7, Medical Aid, District 7, 7789, Lamanja Way number 416, Medic 7, Operations D3.
Close on scene, and we'll be here for a minute. Control copies. Yeah, I copy.
CO 21 and 22 on a B2 well hair check. EDB in Franklin. It'll be on Franklin, just north of Elbrook Boulevard. There's a male subject laying face down on the sidewalk.
Other Level 1, District 7, Stockton Boulevard and Victory Avenue, Engine 57, Operations D3.
Copy.
Windsor 12, make my medic non-vert active shooting. And a different location.
Medic 62, Medical 8, District 68, 4316, Accordion Way, Engine 58, Medic 62, Operations A3.
Go ahead.
Just for info, female one's up on the property. Got her off the property now. She's laying down. Across the street.
Copy.
Squad 53, Medic 656, Medical 8, District 53, 6901, Florin Road, Squad 53, Medic 656, Operations A3.
Female Hispanic, 23 years old, and grandson is Reginald, male Hispanic and black, 6 years old. That's a 981 raising priority, 4101 Innovator Drive, apartment 1427 and 1A. Additional unit needed. Someone to copy. Someone to copy.
Engine 50, vehicle accident, District 50, 8390, Gerber Road, Engine 50, Operations A3.
Engine 3 also, you can cancel. Engine 3 copies here, one.
All right, Trump's supposed to be making some announcement here in a little bit. What do you guys think the announcement's about?
You can send that to me.
He's supposed to be making an announcement pretty soon. What do you think it's about?
Based on the phone call history, I do believe it's Cassandra. And Unit 2, David 30, I'll show you clear for now.
There you go.
Bad away.
Mint on YouTube has an additional feed. Yeah, let me see if I can find him.
Minutes ago, RP's wife left the house.
Venezuela is setting up anti-defense missiles along the coastline.
She's a Middle Eastern female.
Okay.
11 over 120 with bright red hair, a blue sweater. She's possibly wearing a dress, unknown color. She left on foot after a verbal 415.
Engine 66, Operations A3.
The East Wing Ballroom. Yeah, they got a bunch of watermarks on it. I can't really play it.
There's going to be 924 in a red Ford truck. ETA about 15 minutes. They upgraded from a 484 to a 459 in progress. And then the male subject would have had to have cut the lock and was going through a storage unit.
The feed about the NBA scandal.
594, I copy.
Let me see if I can find it.
The property owner to see if this footage is live.
Yep, and I have a K9 unit on.
Copy. Do we have air available?
Police Code 2, District 72, 9924, Blue Loop in place, Medic 72, Operations A3.
I got you.
22, I'll be out of 1. 02, this is Code 2 for emergency 3 female in front in the roundabout.
K94, it's clear current on a 2007 Toyota out of Sacramento.
Here, let's play what they say.
There's a naked female in front of the 925 throwing rocks and stones into the yard. Female Native American.
Let's see if we can hear them.
Build, no weapons seen. It's a 923 in
This is
progress.
about the
15,
NBA stuff right here,
active,
folks.
2B boy, stand to copy.
This is the NBA stuff here.
23, is this the same one from earlier this morning?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Joseph Nocella.
Not
I am
playing
the
loud.
United
Hold
States
on.
Attorney for the Eastern District of New York.
Yeah,
Copy. Yes, ma'am, and I'll show you on that.
Let's try it again.
I'd like to welcome you here today. In addition, we have with us today FBI Director Kash Patel, FBI Assistant Director in Charge Christopher Rea of the New York Field Office, Special Agent in Charge of the New York Field Office, Leslie Bakshi's.
Can you guys hear it okay
Special
now?
Agent in Charge of Homeland Security, Ricky Patel. Newark Special Agent in Charge of Homeland Security, Michael McCarty. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch. Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenny. And the Executive Director of the Waterfront Commission, Phoebe Sorrell. I'm now going to turn the podium over to FBI Director Kash Patel.
Engine 50, Medic 50, Operations A3.
Good morning. Today we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra. The men and women up here standing with me represent a small portion of the leadership team that brought profound justice in an era that needed it more than any. I'll just highlight some of the details in the case and the FBI work, and then you'll hear from the others. But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families.
Okay, sounds like the mafia was involved. Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier arrested. This is the full FBI press conference on the NBA gambling scandal. This just was posted about 3 hours ago, so let's hear what's going on. This is crazy.
And you'll hear more about those details today. The charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This FBI will leave no room for any perpetrator of crime across this country. You hear a lot about our work of defending the homeland and crushing violent crime. Well, this work is also representative of a colossal portion of the FBI's mandate to keep America safe and to keep our entertainment industry fair and secure. The men and women that are standing up here today worked tireless hours, days, months, and years. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation. And we could not have done it without our interagency partners that are before us today. The NYPD.
Is that what you want to say?
And teams of law enforcement officials from around
Captions
the country
on it?
made this day possible. It takes a team to bring this kind of justice, sweeping justice, into the halls of the United States courtrooms, where our brave United States attorney has led this prosecution. It takes courageous prosecutors to stand before you and say, we will not allow this kind of illicit activity to happen, not only at the national sporting level, but also where it hides in La Casa Nostra. And when these two collided together, they perpetrated a fraud that is historic in terms of not just money, but the scheme and the deceit that they utilize to steal and swindle people for money, to include crypto fraud. This is an operation that showcases to you that under President Trump's administration, there is no room for any type of criminal behavior, be it on the world's largest stage or in the back rooms of tiny parlors where card games are being played. we are proud to stand here today with the men and women of the FBI and this legal team. And to the United States Attorney, I just want to thank you personally for taking the time to display the work that the media is about to hear about today in detail. As I said, it does take courageous prosecutors, but it takes a courageous United States Attorney to bring this case, because we are going to take heat for it. But we don't shy away in this administration. We don't say no. What we do is we bring the results.
Yeah,
across
that's
the
too
finish
bad he
line.
wasn't.
We
You
bring
got
them to
that
the
right.
public. We bring you accountability. And yes, they will have their day in court, and you will hear the evidence through the court system exclusively.
There.
We will not deny anyone of due process. And that's the brilliance of this system. That's the brilliance of this administration. Everyone
Hey, Four
will be
Quarters,
held to
welcome in.
account. So with that, I turn it over to United States Attorney Nocella. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Patel.
Okay, so this is the FBI press conference on the NBA gambling scandal. For those just joining, we're just watching it and see what's going on. We're going to comment a little bit about it as it goes through. And so you put what your thoughts are in the comments.
To be clear, we're announcing today indictments in two major cases, both involving fraud. One involves sports betting, and the other involves illegal gambling, very specifically rigged poker games. The first indictment involves 6 defendants who are alleged to have participated in one of the most brazen sports corruption schemes since online sports betting became widely legalized in the United States. This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams. The second indictment involves 31 defendants alleged to have participated in a nationwide scheme to rig illegal poker games. These defendants, which include former professional athletes, used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed. The games in the New York area were backed by the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese crime families of La Cosa Nostra.
Wow.
While the cases are separate, there are 3 overlapping defendants charged in both cases: Damon Jones, Eric Ernest, and Shane Hennon. The indictments in these cases contain only allegations, and the defendants are presumed innocent until they are proven guilty in a court of law. But my message to the defendants who've been rounded up today is this: your winning streak has ended. Your luck has run out. Violating the law is a losing proposition, and you can bet on that. First, I would like to talk about United States versus Ernest, the NBA basketball gambling case. The defendants in this case are Eric Ernest, Marvez Farley, Shane Hennon, DeNiro Laster, Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach, and Terry Rozier, a current NBA player. Other co-conspirators were previously charged for their roles in the scheme, including former NBA player John Tay Porter.
Hey, Mel, thank you for the
Between
super
December
chat. Appreciate you.
2022 and March 2024, these defendants perpetrated a scheme to defraud by betting on inside, non-public information about NBA athletes and teams.
What?
The non-public information included when specific players would be sitting out future games, or when they would pull themselves out early for purported injuries or illnesses. They relied on corrupt individuals, including Jones and Rozier. They also misused information obtained through long-standing friendships that they had with NBA players and coaches. And in at least one instance, they got their information by threatening a current player, Porter, because of his pre-existing gambling debts. Defendants used this non-public information to place hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraudulent bets, mostly in the form of prop bets on individual player performance. The bets were placed through online sports books and also in person at casinos. The defendants relied on a network of straw bettors to place the maximum amount of bets to increase their potential profits. Most of these bets succeeded, and the intended losses.
I saved your life a year ago, Mel.
$millions.
Okay.
The defendants then laundered their illegal winnings in various ways: peer-to-peer platforms, bank wires, and simple cash exchanges.
They had people
The
betting for them.
indictment details specific examples where the defendants profited from illegal gambling and illegal betting on various NBA games about the performance of players.
Brett,
on,
welcome.
among
Thank
other
you.
things, the Charlotte Hornets, the Portland Trail Blazers, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Toronto Rangers. Each defendant in the NBA basketball gambling case has been charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Now, I would like to turn to the other case, United States versus Aiello, the rigged poker game case. Beginning as early as 2019, the defendants in this case orchestrated a scheme to use wireless cheating technology to run rigged poker games across the United States, including in the Hamptons, Las Vegas, Miami, and Manhattan. The scheme targeted victims known as, quote, fish, who were often lured to participate in these rigged games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes who were known as, quote, face cards. The so-called face cards included the defendant Chauncey Billups, who at the time of the scheme was a former NBA player and is currently the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, and also Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach. What the victims, the fish, didn't know is that everybody else at the poker game, from the dealer to the players, including the face cards, were in on the scam. Once the game was underway, the defendants fleeced the victims out of tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars per game. The defendants used a variety of very sophisticated cheating technologies, some of which were provided by other defendants in exchange for a share of the profits from the scheme. For example, they used off-the-shelf shuffling machines that had been secretly altered in order to read the cards in the deck, predict which player at the table had the best poker hand, and relay that information to an off-site operator.
What?
The off-site operator sent the information via cell phone back to a co-conspirator at the table, and that person at the table was known as the quarterback. The quarterback then signaled secretly the information he had received from others to others at the table, and together they used that information in order to win their games and to cheat the victims. Defendants used other cheating technologies such as poker chip tray analyzers, which is a poker chip tray that secretly reads cards using a hidden camera, special contact lenses or eyeglasses that could read pre-marked cards, and an X-ray table that could read cards face down on the table.
Wow.
Which you see depicted on the screen right now.
That
is an
shit is
example of
crazy.
The X-ray table that reveals the cards. Although they are face down on the table, they can be read because of the X-ray technology. The mafia, specifically members and associates of the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese organized crime families, had pre-existing control over non-rigged, illegal poker games around New York City. As a result, they also became involved in the rigged poker games, helping to organize the games and taking a cut of the proceedings, and working to enforce the collection of debts. The defendants laundered their proceeds, including through cash exchanges, the use of multiple shell companies, and through cryptocurrency transfers. As part of the scheme, some of the defendants and their co-conspirators also committed acts of violence, including the gunpoint robbery of a person in order to obtain a rigged shuffling machine, and extortions that were perpetrated against victims in order to ensure that they repaid their gambling debts. Defendants who participated in the rigged poker
Oh yeah,
scheme
they better
are
make a
charged
movie
with
about
wire
this.
fraud
Yeah.
conspiracy. Other defendants have been charged with crimes including illegal gambling, money laundering, Hobbs Act robbery, and extortions. This case demonstrates our office's unrelenting commitment.
Okay, so I've never heard of all this kind of equipment, this high-tech stuff that they're using. This is interesting to me. You know, I've heard of cheating and counting cards, but this takes it to another level, where you got machines that, you know, dealing machines and all that other stuff, and X-ray poker tables. How does the casinos deal with this kind of stuff? Or maybe they're doing this too.
To fighting the scourge of organized crime in whatever form it takes. I'd like to conclude my remarks by thanking the incredible hard work of our law enforcement partners, including the FBI, Homeland Security, the NYPD, and the Waterfront Commission. I also want to thank the dedicated prosecutors who built these two cases and who are standing to my right. Benjamin Weintraub, David Bourbon, Caitlin Farrell, Michael Gibaldi, Irisa Chen, and Sean Sherman. They had the assistance of paralegal specialists Liam McNett, John Schneider, Marlene Bosler. Also deserving of our thanks because of their outstanding investigative work on the NBA case, our FBI special agents, Russell Lantier.
Oh, who else? Somebody else gave
Dominic
a super
Mariani,
chat. Thank you.
Amy Giaroso.
I didn't
Shane
see who
Wilkins,
it was, but thank you.
And Supervisory Special Agent
4 quarters.
Luke Hardison.
Appreciate
On the
you.
rigged poker game scheme, outstanding work was performed by FBI Special Agents Thomas Cribbin, Jeff Boriola, Jonathan Corona, Alexander Silverman, Amy Campanaro, and Supervisory Special Agent Michael Malahy, as well as NYPD Task Officer James McCullough, and from Homeland Security, Supervisory Special Agent Charles Freund, and from the Waterfront Commission, Detective Paul Shimborski. Finally, I want to note that the investigations in both cases are ongoing, and we encourage anyone with information about either scheme to please contact the FBI. Now I would like to turn the podium over to Special Agent in charge of the New York Field Office, I should say the Assistant Director in charge of the New York Field Office of the FBI, Christopher Rea. Chris?
All right, thank you, Joe. As always, we appreciate the partnership here. Can't do any of this without you and your team, so thank you. Also want to publicly thank the director for coming down from D.C. The director's a very busy person, and for him to come down should tell you the importance of this historic case. I'm Christopher Rea, the Assistant Director in charge of the FBI New York Field Office. Today, as you've heard, our office conducted a massive nationwide takedown from 2 indictments of 34 defendants for their alleged involvement in 2 separate illegal poker and sports betting schemes where, as you heard, the odds were rigged in their favor. Among these defendants are 13 members and associates of the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese crime families, to include capos and soldiers from these families. Additionally, as you heard,
all right, Wilco, catch you next time.
Former NBA coaches and players are also implicated, to include Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier. 3 of the named defendants are charged for their alleged roles in both schemes. This alleged illegal gambling operation hustled unwitting victims out of tens of millions of dollars and created a financial pipeline for La Cosa Nostra to help fund and facilitate their organized criminal activity. Victims were attracted to play alongside well-known professional athletes and coaches like Chauncey Billups, only to be unknowingly deceived through rigged shuffling machines, fixing the odds in their favor, as alleged and as you just heard from the U.S. Attorney's Office. This alleged scheme wreaked havoc across the nation, exploiting the notoriety of some and the wallets of many to fund the Italian crime families here in New York. Let me be clear about this fact. The FBI has not and will never take their eye off the ball when it comes to Italian organized crime in this city, specifically the LCN and the 5 families here in New York. We are not going to permit any criminal enterprise, whether it be Italian organized crime, Asian organized crime, Eurasian organized crime. We're not going to permit any of those organized crime families and organizations to operate in our city or our country, as evidenced by the 11 states that were also participating in this operation today. The FBI office here in New York remains committed to eradicating all unlawful revenue streams fueling this criminal activity. As with most cases we've worked, this is only the tip of the iceberg for the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office. Our LCN squad agents and analysts are continuing to work day and night with the Eastern District of New York to ensure members and associates of the 5 families cannot continue to wreak havoc in our communities. Today would not have been possible without the tireless efforts and dedication of the FBI New York Eurasian Organized Crime Task Force, which, as you heard, was led by Supervisory Special Agent Luke Hardison, and the Italian Organized Task Force, which was led by Supervisory Special Agent Mike Malahi. And coincidentally, Supervisory Special Agent Malahi is going out on a positive as he is retiring at the end of this month for 30 years of dedicated service to the FBI, and that deserves a hand. He's what we call a legend here at FBI New York. Additionally, obviously, we cannot do this alone without our partners. I want to extend my appreciation to Homeland Security Investigations Special Agent in Charge, Ricky Patel. Of course, we do nothing in this city without the NYPD. New York City Police Department Commissioner Jesse Tisch, thank you, ma'am, for all your work and all your resources that you dedicated to this. And New York Waterfront Commissioner Phoebe Soriel for their agency's assistance and support throughout this lengthy and complex investigation. Our collective efforts ensured these subjects will face accountability, like the director said, for their alleged wrongdoings. Thank you, and I'll now turn it over to Special Agent in charge of HSI, Ricky Patel.
Thanks, Chris. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ricky Patel. I'm the Special Agent in charge for Homeland Security Investigations here in New York. This morning, hundreds of special agents and investigators with HSI, the FBI, the New York Waterfront Commission, and the NYPD descended upon the homes of individuals who for years have operated with the false sense of impunity, a false sense of incivility. In the early hours of today, across 9 states, coast to coast, dozens of defendants were arrested and will face the consequences of their alleged crimes. This was their wake-up call. With the alleged involvement of 3 La Cosa Nostra crime families, 1 NBA head coach, a Hall of Famer, no less, and former NBA players, the years of investigative work that culminated with this morning's operation seem reminiscent of a Hollywood movie. But this wasn't luck, and this wasn't theatrics. This was an evidence-driven, relentless, and unified effort among law enforcement. Through what we have dubbed Operation Royal Flush, HSI New York, along with our task force personnel from the Waterfront Commission, first uncovered this scheme more than 4 years ago. Agents and investigators dedicated countless hours and sleepless nights in identifying the criminal network, dissecting communications.
I'll be right back, folks.
And following the money with precision. We built a case, piece by piece, and what we discovered was a sprawling criminal enterprise that utilized cutting-edge technology and various methods of deception to dupe unsuspecting gamblers into paying up so that these defendants could cash out. As alleged, this sophisticated conspiracy cheated victims out of at least $7 million and placed the public and the defendants alike at risk. This case involved global reach, financial depth, and the patience to dismantle complex financial criminal enterprises from the inside out. When criminal organizations attempt to launder profits through our country, HSI connects the dots and shuts it down. To anyone who thinks intimidation, fraud, or violence will shield their profits, understand this. If you are exploiting our communities, expect HSI and all of our law enforcement partners at your door. I would like to thank all our partners here today. Obviously, the United States Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York, the Waterfront Commission, the FBI, the NYPD, and the prosecutors that will carry this forward. Today's arrests are not an endpoint. They are the start of accountability. Thank you, and I now turn it over to Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch.
Good morning. Thank you to Director Patel, Assistant Director Rhea, and U.S. Attorney Nocella. What we're announcing today is not just another takedown. It's the result of more than 2 years of coordinated investigative work by the NYPD's Joint Organized Crime Task Force and the FBI. 2 cases that exposed criminal networks led by 34 individuals who believed the rules did not apply to them. They hid behind layers of complexity, behind money, and behind influence, believing those things would shield them from accountability. The first case, Operation Nothing But Bet, exposed a gambling ring built around professional basketball, where players and associates allegedly used inside information to manipulate prop bets on major sports betting platforms. They placed wagers on unders on players to score less, rebound less, assist less, using information that was not yet public. In some instances, players altered their performance or took themselves out of games to make sure that those bets paid out. One example occurred on March 23rd, 2023 in Charlotte. Terry Rozier, an NBA player now with the Miami Heat, but at the time playing for the Hornets, allegedly let others close to him know that he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. Using that information, members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics. Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit. The proceeds were later delivered to his home, where the group counted their cash. As the NBA season tips off, his career is already benched, not for injury, but for integrity. As a result of this investigation, 6 defendants, including Rozier, are now facing conspiracy to commit bank and wire fraud. In a second case, Operation Zen Diagram, investigators uncovered a long-running scheme in which members and associates of several well-known organized crime families rigged high-stakes poker games across the country. These operatives included capos and multiple soldiers from the Bonanno, Gambino, Lucchese, and Genovese crime families, bringing 4 of the 5 families together in a single indictment is extraordinarily rare. It reflects how deep and how far this investigation reached and the skill and the persistence it took to get here. That work uncovered a deliberate, technologically sophisticated operation designed to carry out their crimes. They used custom shuffling machines that could read the order of cards, barcoded decks, and hidden cameras built into tables and light fixtures. The organizers also enlisted well-known public figures, former and current NBA players and coaches, including Chauncey Billups, the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, an NBA champion and a Hall of Famer, to make the games appear legitimate. Victims believed that they were sitting at a fair table. Instead, they were cheated out of millions. One victim in particular lost $1.8 million. In total, losses exceeded $7 million and continue to climb. And when people refused to pay, these defendants did what organized crime has always done. They used threats, they used intimidation, and they used violence. It's the same pattern combined with new technology to expand the reach of their operations. Now, with the unsealing of today's indictment, 34 individuals are facing charges including robbery, extortion, money laundering, wire fraud, bank fraud, and illegal gambling. I want to commend the outstanding work of our detectives from the Joint Organized Crime Task Force and their dedication to these cases, especially Captain Ruben Pagan, Sergeant Chris McGuire, Detective Alexander Creamer, Detective James McCullough, and of course our Chief of Detectives, Chief Kenny. As part of these investigations, our members recovered and reviewed thousands of hours of video, conducted extensive surveillance on illegal gambling locations across the city, and executed more than 24 search warrants on electronic records that revealed the true extent of this conspiracy. Once again, the work of our detectives, together with the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office, closed those gaps before they could widen further. The NYPD is proud to stand with each of you today, as these cases represent the kind of partnership that defines modern law enforcement agencies, sharing intelligence, coordinating resources, and moving as one team. Thank you.
If anyone has any questions that they'd like to ask, now is the time.
All right, folks, we're getting ready to end this stream. I want to thank everybody for coming along, riding along with us. It looks like everything has died down.
The background of the investigation.
So
itself,
we will
or the
be
investigation as it
live later
continues. So I'm
today.
afraid
We're going
I
to be
can't
live
really
later
explain
today.
it to you, other than the fact that both cases have been unsealed today, and there was an overlap that has been discussed already with respect to certain of the defendants.
Catch you next time.
Yes.